remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the London Black Knights. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway here in London. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Number 16's coming. Check mark.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They go play action with Lawrence. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver, that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. On 1st down, Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence, he'll air this one out for Kirk. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a gain of 35.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on first down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On play action, Lawrence. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Room here to run. There he goes left side. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Taking it about the 16. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 19 yards away.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
He's got Otten.
That'll give them 8 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Here we go. 90, good. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Mike 54. Mike. What's the run?
Hey, Mike 7. No.
54 's Mike. 54 's Mike. Check, Mike.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Trayvon Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Right here. Mike 20, Mike 17.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
64,
They go play action now. Lawrence. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it is 28-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Black Knights get a bit closer. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
He's got a man, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
On the move past the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
10 more there and another first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Fournette. Touchdown. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
X3, 2X3, stop.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Going across the formation, there's Otten with it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Come on, set. Ain't you getting? Use that person. Hey, let's go.
Now Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin White, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now a play fake here on first down.
Right back to Chris Godwin.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll run here with Evans.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Black Knights are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Came to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. And you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a fashion, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here comes the pain. No one to call up for help, no one a bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who is next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a Tempur-Pedic to bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk. I talk the talk. I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if you're getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like, immune to everybody, this is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like, hated to love it, I just can't get enough. Labels from calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said, oh my apology, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit.